Hey guys, now today I'm just going to talk very briefly about meniscus tears. Now meniscus are like these little cartilages that sits in between your femur, your thigh bone, and your tibia, which is your shin bone. Now they act as like shock absorbers and essentially also creating a little bit of a groove so that your knee slides nice and smoothly whenever you're bending it and straightening. Now when you're playing football or when you're playing any kind of sports that have a lot of twisting movements on the ground, you can get tears in the meniscus, and these are the types of tears that you can have. Now, as someone that has had 2 surgeries for their meniscus on both knees, I'll show you some of the rehabs that I have done, especially in the early phases, and I'm going to talk specifically on how to achieve better knee extension, which is being able to have it straight. Now, issues with knee meniscuses is that sometimes it may click and sometimes it may catch, causing a little bit of a locking sensation in your knees. Now, we want to be able to, before we start returning to sports or thinking about doing any kind of gym exercises, we want to be able to have full range in the knee first. Here are 3 exercises that you can start now, from early stages to a little bit more mid-stage, for you to regain your knee extension. Follow me. Now, the first exercise is going to be what we call a quad set. Now, let's say, for example, I'm only a few days into my meniscus tear. It's going to be really hard for me to try and straighten my knee and turn on my quads. Now, if I was to tell you to try and push your knee down and turn your quads on, you might have a lot of difficulty. We call this pain inhibition, where the pain turns your muscles off. So we're just gonna roll up a towel. It's a bit of a dodgy job, but I got a towel here, put it under my knee, and then even with this support, you'll be able to realize that you can switch on your quads much more easily and with less pain. So practice turning your quads on, really pushing that knee down and try to straighten that leg. I will start off by maybe holding it for 5 seconds and building yourself up to maybe 30 seconds. Now, the second exercise, we have what we call terminal knee extensions. So now let's say you can do the quad sets pretty comfortably without the towel, and you can get relatively close to full knee extension. Now I would progress to this exercise where I just wrap a band around the pole and then have it sitting behind the back of my knee and then come out so that there's tension. From here, all I'm doing is letting the band pull me in to a bit of a bend and then pushing out, driving that knee back and squeezing my quads. Try to repeat this from 10 to 15 times for 3 to 4 sets. Now, third exercise, we want to make it a little bit more challenging. We're going to go through bigger ranges now. We call this a pike or a downward dog into a knee extension. Same thing, I just wrap the band between the back of my knees and I'm going to get into this kind of quadruped position. From here, all you're doing is I'm pushing my knee back, driving it into extension and then coming back. And I'm just going through all the ranges of that knee, really driving back and trying to stretch the back of my calves and hammies. Same concept, try to do 3 to 4 sets of this, maybe 10-15 reps, and then see how you go. Now, give these early exercises to regain your knee extension during meniscus rehab. If you're still having issues trying to straighten that knee as well as progressing your rehab, come book a session with us and we'll be more than happy to help you out on your rehab journey. Follow for more.